Hello everybody, welcome to the channel, and in this video we are going to understand what are floats and integers in Python. Now I don't have to emphasize on how important numbers are in real world and why we will be needing them in a programming language. But as smart as you think a computer is, it's not really that smart, it's rather dumb. For it to understand numbers, we have to introduce different types of numbers. Now Python, the sweet, lovey-chubby language it is, makes it as easy and as simple as it can get by making the numbers into two basic types: integer, or as some people like to call it, init, and float. Now what's the difference between the init or integer and a float is that integer is an integer. It is a whole number. It doesn't have a decimal point, and once you add a decimal point and write something up against it or just have a decimal point, it becomes a float. And that's all the difference there is in between them on the surface level, and that's really all you need to understand as a beginner. Jumping into what you can do with integers and float is you can do almost everything that you can do with numbers in real life. You can do your basic arithmetic operations such as multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, and they can be done with integers, they can be done with floats, or it can be done with integer and float. That is, you can multiply integer with a float and it doesn't really matter. Python compiler just figures it out for you and does what it has to do. But there are also operations such as power up operation or exponential operation, which is done by two asterisks. There's also a modulo operator. Now what modulo operator does, it divides the numbers as usual, but it returns the remainder of the division. It does not show the quotient. That is, say if I divide 500 by 2, that is I do 500 modulo 2, the remainder is 0. So we get 0 instead of 250. And apart from that, there are few inbuilt methods which you can do, especially on float. There is a function known as round. What it does is just rounds off your number following the basic arithmetic rules. But there are also functions such as floor and seal, which, as the name suggests, floors your float number. That is, it rounds off your float to integer one less than it. Say if it's 5.55, it rounds it off to 5 instead of going to 6. And what seal does is it chooses the next biggest number, next biggest integer. That is 5.55 will be 6, not 5. And that's really it that you have to understand about numbers, like how basic can it get. It's going to be a quick video, but there's also one thing which I want to touch base upon. And it's a thing which you can do to make your float into an integer explicitly. It is known as typecasting. Now typecasting, as the name suggests, is changing the type of data. Now this can be done to convert your data from an integer to a float, your float to an integer, or even a string to an integer or a float. Now how is that possible? Is you simply wrap your data inside two parentheses which is connected to the type you want, like in the example. Now keep in mind, when converting a string into a float and an integer, make sure that it's a number and not a character. You cannot convert a character into an integer or a float. Say for example, if your string is 12a, it cannot be typecasted to a float or an integer. So that's it I wanted to cover in this video. So I hope you guys learned something new. If you're there, click the like button down below. It motivates me, it helps me out to understand what you guys want, don't want. And if you guys think if I missed something or there's something which I said wrong, please comment down below. It will be a great help to the community, and also I would love to talk to you guys. And if you want some more of Python content or programming content which will be coming on this channel real soon, don't forget to subscribe. And how about I give you a little assignment? So everything that I discuss in this video, go and try it out, because unless you try programming stuff yourself, you're not gonna learn quickly. So don't just sit, listen, and go. Programming. Try doing addition, try doing multiplication, try out the modulo operator, try different stuff, try doing the exponential, try typecasting different numbers into different types, different strings into different types. See what errors you get, because that's the best way of learning, is doing and learning. And yeah, I will hope to see you guys in the next video. Till that time, stay fit, stay awesome, and bye bye.